Hello.
Hello, everybody.
This is Daniel.
And Woodie, I thought you were going to say this is milk, or we're listening to.
Oh, this is Milk.
Oh, and cereal?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is Woody Landeros, too.
Okay. So this is Milk and Cereal. This is our new business podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if I should have said new,
I mean,
just because.
yeah, you're just.
No, it's a pre-roll.
Okay. Let's just run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll run the podcast.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's too early for this.
Yeah, I know. Dude, the last time I was up at like 5:30 in the morning was on a Sunday. Was when I used to work for Red Bull,
Yeah.
and I had to go to the grocery store at 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow. What time is it? It's 5:55, guys. This is what we do.
It's Sunday at 5:55. It's like not just any day. Sunday at 5:55.
Yeah.
There's not a soul alive right now.
No, they're all gone. Like, Becca's sleeping, dead asleep.
It's beautiful. I can't wait.
I know. Well, today's topic is networking is a full-time job.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the title. So I guess the topic would be networking.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got?
I'm trying to wake up, man. I think we both wanted to choose this because of like everything that's been going on with both of our lives, just in general. Like, just me doing YouTube and then you doing everything. Like we like disappeared. We went off the map for like it had to be like a month.
I think a little more than a month.
It was like 2 months. But if you see, like, it was like
Right. Did we record
milk and
after-
cereal, milk and cereal, milk and cereal. Yeah, it was like nothing. It was
Oh
like
no! It
nothingness.
happened again.
Yeah.
No.
I would text you and I'd be like, okay, today's
Right.
the day, and then no, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
I just got.
but it's not even just you. It was like
No, we
me
both got
too.
busy.
Yeah,
Because like the one day I was available, you definitely weren't available.
Yeah.
And then I just got super busy and I got really obsessed with a new project.
Mm-hmm.
And like I spent like 2 weeks just that's all I wanted to do.
What's that new project? Let's go ahead and talk
so-
about that.
Oh, yeah, we started a design agency. It's kind of a design co-op right now. So it's me and two other friends who are
Can you
also
say the
designers.
names?
Oh yeah, Adrian Gamboa and Pablo Cruz. We're starting right. It's like
Why
set
do
up
you guys
like
sound like a mafia or something?
yeah, you know.
Adrian Gamboa,
Oh yeah,
Pablo,
he's got that.
Daniel Martinez coming up in the scene.
Adrian has that like Italian last
Yeah.
name. No, we started a design co-op design agency. Basically, it's called Franklin Fish. Is the name of the agency.
That's my middle name.
Oh yeah, Franklin is your middle name. Yeah. None of us have either of those names. They just sounded cool, and so.
This is eventually I'll be in that company.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just taking design clients, and it's probably the one thing that we've done, I think, that makes the most sense because we're already doing it independently, but now we can rely on each other to complete jobs. So it's set up like a co-op where we all just kind of share what's there. There's no real structure yet.
Yeah.
But I think the plan is to get to a point where we need to start adding structure and maybe hire some
You need
people to do it.
those good systems,
Yeah.
not
yeah.
good ideas.
Yeah, so we're building a good system right now, which is cool. I got a CRM. I built like a whole pipeline system to get somebody through. The problem is now I need to generate leads, and the only way to really generate leads is to go out and just maybe network through that. Or I mean, you can do advertising, and I'm trying to figure out the advertising model. But right now, it seems to be the most effective way of getting a client is to literally just DM people, and if somebody gets you back, it's like, okay, cool, start talking to them, and then back and forth, following up with them to kind of confirm it and just keep it moving along.
Yeah, DMing is it's an interesting thing because even like right now I've been kind of dabbling into
You've been sliding in?
Google ads.
Just kidding.
Oh, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. In
I've been
Google
sliding in.
ads and like in YouTube ads.
Yeah.
And you pay so much to get the opportunity to be in front of somebody.
Right.
Then the opportunity to interact. So it's like it's a possibility to possibly do like to do pretty much just to communicate with somebody, but a DM is like 100% rating that they like.
Well, I think the problem is like they're aware when an ad is there that it's an ad.
Yeah.
So even then, you're paying a ton of money for something that isn't the full maximum capacity of the app. Obviously, this would be annoying, but if you paid the full maximum capacity, if you could pay Facebook and YouTube to DM everybody for you, that would ruin that system. But that would be the most effective way.
To have like a bot DM people,
like 100 people that might be interested in your product.
I feel like there would be a service out there for that.
There might be a service that does that, but if Facebook and YouTube had it integrated within their system,
yeah,
but I don't.
It's the future.
I just don't know if that would make sense. That might make like things. It might make me not want to use Facebook or Instagram because if I'm always getting a notification.
And that will happen because like when YouTube ads came out, obviously like it changed the way that viewers saw things.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Nothing's free.
Yeah.
But so I guess the most effective way would be to just DM somebody, or go to an event, go see people in person. I think
the problem with an event, if it's a networking event for me, the way I see it is like everyone's out there for themselves. Like obviously, like we're all trying to get that right contact, and for me, like it's hard to get somebody out of that headspace that it's all about themselves, and like listen to me for a second. And you could kind of, so like usually like the conversations will go like you know, hey, how's it going? What's your name? Or what do you do? And then they'll go like a half an hour of like talking about their business. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, well, what do you do? And then you're just like,
you kind of have to force an interruption and then stroke their ego while forcing an interruption. Yeah,
but I just don't know how many contacts like you could actually build with that. Because I've been to multiple networking events and I feel like it just gets tough, especially the type of person that's there is like so driven to push out their own stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like selling sellers at a networking event. Now, unless if it's like an art show or something, or like an event where multiple like consumers would interact at.
So I went to one recently that was a sports marketing event, and they're like, "Yeah, well, what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't work in sports marketing, but I figured you guys don't have a graphic designer here." I was like, "I'm sure there's a ton of account managers here, and I'm sure there's a ton of like other people here to pitch you on other things, but like I'm here to pitch you on design.
Yeah.
And if you need a designer, that's what I'm here for." I think the key would be to go to places where you're not at, where you're kind of needed. So I also had a friend with me that I brought with me who works in promotional products and printing, and he got the most numbers out of anybody.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think then I've probably been positioning myself in the wrong way because I'll see social media networking events, and then you go there, and then everybody's a social media
It's people that want to be your coworker, but those aren't clients.
Or even like a video con. You go there and everyone does video, and
YouTuber.
Nobody wants to like buy into your service. So I guess I have to think like, who's my customer, and then I should go to their events.
Yeah. And then
so like a contractors union, something like that. Like
you'd be the most interesting guy in the room.
Yeah.
At an event like that. Whereas in the other room, you're just another one of the guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, what is a key client for you, or like an industry for you?
I would say like a mid-sized business that, well, I guess like a real estate company or something.
Right. So then I would go to a real estate event.
Yeah.
And not pitch yourself as a real estate agent. Pitch yourself as, I have a video company. I do these services for real estate agents. And then they would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I could do that. Why would I do that? And then you would kind of pitch it to them. That would make a lot more sense than, I'm also a real estate agent. I'm here to steal your business.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm too much of a pessimist when it comes down to giving people my business card or talking about my business, because I know what happens whenever people give me their business card. Like I just
throw it out.
Throw it out.
That's you. Have you ever kept one? No? You don't think you've ever kept one?
From a marketing event? I think my personal problem is that...
That might be you, though, but that also might be you, like,
My personal problem is that I feel like I could do anything.
You're spending with your
So
own wallet, or
anytime,
no? You're spending with you're spending with your own wallet.
yeah,
In a way.
anytime somebody like says, "Oh, I could do your notary." Like, fun fact, I have my notary license.
Yeah.
Like, I can find you a property. Fun fact, I have my real estate license. Like, I can do this. I can paint your house. Why don't I just buy a bucket of paint? So I like turn into my own.
You turn into the DIY guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So I should probably get out of that headspace.
Yeah. Well, like, you're probably one in 100 people that are like that. Because it's probably the other like 60 like people are down to have somebody help them out.
Yeah, I want to make sure we like point that out too, because I
Actually,
feel
no,
like if somebody,
I also feel like, I mean, you will do things yourself, but you are at times looking for help on something.
Yeah.
So it's not like it doesn't exist.
But
It
how
just
long did it
exists
take to like? It just takes a while then. Because
What?
how long did it take for me to trust you to do some graphic work? Like, it took a while. Like, I knew you for a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you just had a moment where you were like, hey,
Yeah.
well, this is dumb. I don't have time to do this.
Yeah.
Can you help me out? And then, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
But I want to make sure that anybody that's like listening to this, that's not so that you can look at a networking event and say, oh, it's not worth it. I do think it is completely worth it. I just feel like right now for my, I guess where I'm at, I've been doing everything myself. So it's.
So you're networking now, though, right?
Yeah.
Because where are you at?
But in a different way. Like, I would say I'm doing it through Google ads, YouTube ads, which I'm trying to
What's your
space
return
out.
on that?
I'm trying to space out.
So?
Like, are you talking like cost per view or like communication or?
Cost per view? I don't like cost per view because it's literally just like how many people walk through the door. Maybe cost per customer, cost per
Like subscriber?
What do you?
That would be my goal.
So are you running ads for subscribers?
Yeah.
So you're running ads on YouTube to get more YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, and then I'm
Same thing
also
on
running Google ads to get more on the website.
For Woody's journey.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Rebecca Blue Media?
That's the next step. I would say like the lab rat is
Woody's journey.
Woody's journey.
Okay. I just started doing Facebook ads.
Yeah.
And I did one round of Facebook ads, and I got the cost per view, which I appreciate that they don't charge you until like they qualify a view, and it's not just everybody that's going through that timeline. But nothing on the lead side. I couldn't get people to convert over. But that being said, my ad kind of sucked.
Yeah. That's where it goes. So like my first round of ads, I just clicked anybody is my customer and anything's gonna work. And like no, this is like 2 weeks ago. This is like 3 weeks ago. I was barely starting this out. And I put just anybody, and then I realized that there was like dislikes out of it. There was my interaction rate was under 10%, which is like horrid. Like
right, but
and all that stuff because my customer wasn't really like solidated inside of the ad. So then I went back and I changed all that stuff, and then now my interaction rate is going closer to 50%, and the subscribers are like jumping from like when I would normally get 1, now I'm getting like 6 subscribers. So and I feel like that ad is even horrible right now. Like it can get better and better and better.
Yeah, like optimizing it. Well, so what I could do, because mine was straight up just like, here's a piece of work I've done, and let me just design your logo, and then click this button. And I was trying to get somebody to click it, and it wasn't happening. So I think what I'm gonna do, this is something that a lot of people do, is create some sort of like guide or some sort of incentive for somebody to share their email with me.
Yeah.
Right now, they don't have an incentive besides directly working with me, and they're not even sure if they want to work with me. So I almost have to give them some sort of like a sample content.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about creating like a pamphlet or something to give away, or give me your email and I'll give you this.
I want to come
like,
up with something like that too. I think I might just steal it from you.
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
no, I stole
like
it from someone else.
That whole Go Givers give more.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
The book
But
that
this is
I
like
gave
a digital version of it.
Yeah.
I still have the book.
Yeah, because it's like why should I click? Like I'm scrolling and scrolling. It's like why?
I haven't read the rest of that.
No.
I went to the beach when you first gave it to me. I went to the beach. I just moved too. Remember, you gave it to me like the day before I moved or the day after I moved.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was with my friend, and I was like, I'm gonna read this book, and we're like hanging out there, and I'm like, I was at the beach and I'm like, why am I reading this
Eh,
at the beach? Like,
yeah,
I'm at the beach with like, the right kind of people. Like,
yeah.
I just put it away. And
And also, it's not like the most exciting book, but I just like that book because
it's
it's
definitely
like,
not. But the concept is like, once you grasp the concept of the book, you really don't need to read the rest of
no,
the
no,
book.
no, no, yeah.
But
The rest is just story.
it is like one of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess
I've done more Facebook ads with Joseph's channel,
how do they work for you?
and that works very well.
But he has his crowd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So we're
got
trying to build that crowd.
for boxing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, so like,
Oh, he's 18 now.
yeah, he's gonna fight in the U.S.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exciting.
yeah, yeah.
But for him, it's kind of interesting because like his goal is to maybe get like on another show of like, or his original goal for the whole Facebook ads was to get on something like Nike or Adidas.
Okay.
And then so it's not really like about the amount of views that we got. It's just to make sure that we get it around to enough people that maybe one person in those places
Right.
would get that. So we
Right.
like put all the stuff in Los Angeles, like a certain age rate that pretty much like a Nike worker
Well,
would view.
I got one for you later. I met one at the event that I was at. So speaking of networking, there was a sports networking event.
Yeah.
I met a guy in the UFC and I met a guy at Nike. I've actually met two guys at Nike.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. I don't know exactly what they did, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
yeah, I guess maybe it wasn't that great of an event. No, it was cool. It's actually
Yeah.
I went to an event in downtown LA that was like a marketing event. It was like at a craft brewery, and it was like 20 people.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of go up to people and start talking to them.
I've enjoyed a lot of events, but I think
So, but when I
think
say
went to
networking,
too many.
I think it's not just the events. The in-person events are cool.
Yeah.
But it's kind of tough for someone to make a decision right then and there.
Yeah.
I think that where networking is in the DMs because you have the time to think about what you're going to reply. And
Yeah.
you got to think about what the person's going to say. And then you're giving them
Strategize that
time.
first impression.
And then they have time to look you up. So I would have all your stuff ready, like have your website ready. And that's assuming they even go that deep.
Yeah.
But that way, when you send something, you look a little bit more legit. And they do their research on you, and then they already kind of want to interact with you. And then by doing it on DM, you can interact with like as many people as you can send a message to within an hour, and then just go back and forth in conversations. It's like cold calling through the internet.
That's exactly what it is.
But it's not maybe this. Is it the same thing? Because I don't know. Would you consider cold calling networking?
Oh,
More of a sales.
I would
tactic.
say like lead generation. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's something interesting about cold calling is because their first impression is your voice.
Right.
There's something interesting about like social networking events is the first thing they see is your outfit, your face, who you are. So
Right.
obviously there is judgment. And then on the internet, the first thing they see is your
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 smile.
digital footprint.
Yeah.
So
Right.
whatever you've created, like your actual
followers.
your actual products, your followers, the way that you post, your colors, everything. So they get to judge on a little bit more, and it's always like I feel like on social media, it's like I don't believe it, so they like go deeper. Like, let me find out a little bit more.
Right.
Let me find out a little bit more before I even respond. You know, like in a social networking event, you could look at them and say, hey, like you have to say, hey, like if I say, hey, what's up? You know, then you have to say, hey. But in social media, if you say, hey, what's up? Then they can go, let me see what this guy's about.
Scene.
Let me see.
And that's
Let me look at their link. Yeah, left unseen.
Yeah, left on scene. Well, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna get left on scene like.
But then you
80%.
get more qualified people.
Yeah, right.
So then that's, you know.
And then you can
that
reach
cuts off
more
time.
people without having to get ready and get out of bed.
Yeah.
Would you create like something you can copy and then paste into a DM?
Done.
Yeah. Do you do
Yeah,
that?
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah. Wait, do you do that for media, right?
New followers,
Oh, really?
just message them right away, let them know who I am.
Oh, yeah, that's the best time though.
And then,
I think that increases your interaction rate too. So if they don't
Yeah.
even respond, Instagram will at least know that you attempted to, and
Yeah.
it'll like rank you higher.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
But I think like in the middle of nowhere, like if you have a follower or a subscriber, and you just try to interact with them, like after not interacting for like 6 years, then it gets kind of like, oh, what do you want? But you have like a little title in the beginning as like, welcome, like, oh, hey, if you ever needed this, like, let me know. I'm here, you know?
Cool.
If not, thanks for the follow.
Right.
I'll be following your stuff.
Right.
But back to Joseph's, back to the topic of Joseph, like running the Facebook ads, we actually got in contact with somebody that was working for Nike. And
Right.
then,
Well, he
and
was
then
in the
he
Nike
got-
commercial.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
contacted to actually be in the Nike commercial.
Okay.
So when you're looking at that, you're trying to find that one person. So when it comes down to views, you can get a bunch of views from random places of people that don't even understand language, of just people that you know, impressions, like it's random people. But if you're really trying to target towards like one person or a certain group of individuals, then I think ads could be very effective. If you know
Oh, yeah.
exactly what your goal is.
Well,
But if
there's
you
a
just
cool,
want to be known more, like, hey, I just want to be seen.
There's a good physical example of that, which, I mean, digital is very, very much the best way to target somebody. But there's an ad in Hollywood that says it's a Casper mattress ad, and it says the official mattress of like aspiring actors and screenwriters, and it's like a like person dresses half and half. For that to be placed in Hollywood is like, oh, you know who your target like demo
Yeah.
is here, and it like it kind of pokes fun at the situation because you're directly in the middle
Yeah.
of a place where everybody's an actor or everybody's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever see commercials where you just know for a fact that they don't know their demographic?
No.
No.
I won't. I'm sure I do, but I can't think any.
I saw this this pre-workout commercial where they
There's a bunch
had
of kids. No, I'm kidding.
a bunch of like old people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would think that older people would want like shakes or like you know wellness pills, but they had like pre-workout and they had old people like jogging and doing this little dance, and it was just awkward. And I feel like I buy that product, but
It was a commercial?
yeah, it was a commercial on like video.
Was it meant to be ironic?
No,
No,
it
like,
was
serious.
real. I mean, the quality was even shitty too.
Okay.
So it just looked awkward.
So what I've heard of people doing that, or making that mistake, and a lot of the times you may not know your demographic,
Yeah.
and you may be good at all the other stuff. You just may not know your demographic. One good thing that you could do is run a Facebook ad on a wide audience and see who responds.
See who catches.
Yeah, and then based on who responds, okay, these people from this crowd, this age range, these people that like.
I just did that with Google.
Yeah.
I did. That's the first ones that I messed up on was I
like
just
a
said
wide
like
net.
everything works, like
Yeah.
doesn't matter, and I found more men,
Right.
people at like 25 to 35 years old,
Right.
which was surprising to me because I thought it was like 15 to 25. Like I always thought that whenever I would record these videos, that's who I would be talking to.
Right.
I don't maybe because I'm in the dance world where
That's the
you know
crowd.
that those are the people that I teach. But like on YouTube, it's
I think mine was the same
definitely
thing
older.
for what was that for? That was for your YouTube ads
Yeah,
for your channel.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. Mine was like, actually no, mine was a little older too. But
Yeah.
it was like business guys. So it was like, I also had a big crowd from 35 to 45.
Yeah.
Which was weird, but
Yeah.
made sense. 35 to 45 probably doesn't have the time to do what I do.
yeah.
And they probably have
Or they have the
money
time
and
to be on the
resources.
internet.
Or they have the time to be on the internet. Oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
Like a good statement. I don't know. But I do know that the key would be to cast a net of like a wide net of anybody can look at this and then pay attention to who interacts with the ad.
Yeah.
But you also have to take a couple factors into account, which is what does the ad look like?
Yeah.
Like, does it look like something that's going to attract anybody, or does it look like an ad that's going to attract guys who
Mm-hmm.
are, what is it, 25 to 35?
Yeah.
Is that because that's what are you attracting those dudes because your ad is designed
Looks
to
like
attract
that,
those dudes?
or is your actual
your
content-
product
Yeah.
actually designed towards
Yeah.
those dudes?
Because on content, the things that they look at are obviously your thumbnail, your video, your title, and your description.
Right.
And that's without even consuming any content. Besides the video, obviously. You know, you look at the title, you look at the description, and then you've already seen the thumbnail, you're clicking it. You really don't know what this piece of content is, only with those three things.
Right.
Before you even consume the video.
Right.
So, and then they're also talking about viewing rate. So you can view these three and then think that, it's a perfect.
Right.
And then you go into the video and you're like, well, this is not what I expected. And then that's where that's where the interaction rate is more important. Like
Right.
the view time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Back on the networking thing, another place you can network is Twitter. You could follow.
Oh, I'm so bad at Twitter.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just never got it. I
You
just
still don't
never
get it?
thought you can talk to some. Like, I don't.
Dude, you can talk to anybody on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
at first,
feel like,
at first, I was like, "This is an app to just mess around," and then okay, I would say
it felt like
I-
an app to throw around emotion.
so. It kind of is.
Like just flaring arms of emotion.
There is somebody. There is that, right?
Yeah.
Or it was there. I realized that how much of like the internet is a bunch of echo chambers and just people who interact. Like you can have a version of Twitter that's distinctive to you because of the people that you follow. And so if you just follow a bunch of like frat dudes, people from high school, and like people from your hometown, and you're all just tweeting about your emotions, then it's probably not the most effective platform. It's probably a waste of time.
Yeah.
If you follow like
I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah, that-
It just like,
it definitely was that for me
Yeah.
at some point, but I would go on a spree of like, they're probably gonna find out now, but I would go on a spree and just unfollow a shitload of people.
they're going to
who-
find out now.
Yeah, they're gonna find out. Damn, he's not following me anymore. No, I just followed a shitload of people who I didn't think were posting any content that was interesting to me anymore. And then I went and I followed a ton of people that did. So now I follow a bunch of digital strategists. I follow a bunch of like tech guys. Anybody that posts like on the regular about their job or something that is similar to the industry that I'm interested in. And then I just interact with them. Sometimes they tweet the same emotional things, but this time instead of it's like a friend who you know can't do anything, someone could write something like a funny joke about work, and you can interact with that joke and
Yeah.
like reply.
I
with
guess
your
I just
own
never,
response.
I never really put my head down to understand the interacting with the joke. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like right now, Twitter for me is just
Well,
posting.
I would only interact with the joke if it makes sense and it feels right. Otherwise, you're forcing it, and it's a little weird. And that's the same thing as any social situation where you're forcing a like interaction.
Yeah.
Like you follow the person. If you like what they're saying, keep following them. If you read something that is interesting, you want to comment on, dude, comment.
Yeah.
Like those people, especially those guys, the like lower tier non-famous guys, but like are still kind of have some sort of notoriety. They get like 5 replies. You're one of 5.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was like Justin Bieber, he gets like 5,000. 5,000, 5.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get Justin Bieber's attention. You're most likely not going to.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get these guys' attention. And if you're regularly posting, they're gonna be like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And then they'll interact with you. And then
Yeah.
at some point, you go for the
I'll
DM.
have to double look at it.
No, that's a great place to network on a professional level. I think Twitter is built for networking on the internet
You're blowing my mind right now.
versus because someone had said that at a seminar I went to, and I was like, I don't know. I've been on Twitter forever. Like that doesn't make any sense. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh wait, no, actually it is. Like
Yeah.
one of my good friends now, Adam, I met him on Twitter. I actually met him. Then I met some other people through him, and actually have a couple of friends in LA right now.
Adam.
Indie Thought, he was the
Oh, okay,
rapper.
okay.
Yeah. I have a couple friends in LA now who I guess I met them through some sort of like a Twitter connection. I actually met my Adrian Gamboa. I met him on Facebook.
What the?
Yeah, we're all in the same hometown,
I
but
didn't
it
know
was
that.
like, it was the micro version of what I just told you though. So we
Yeah.
were all in the same hometown. We went to high schools all across from each other, but we were all kind of doing similar media and interaction things. And so since we were all, I was following people from Riverside on Twitter at the time. The guys that were doing that stuff like stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And so
Like us.
Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly like us.
So I found them on Twitter. So now you just have to do a larger version of that.
Yeah.
Which is now in a major city. I might go home and follow not all the designers, but a good portion of designers in Los Angeles, a good portion of, like I said earlier, find people that aren't in your industry. So a good portion of like account managers or something in LA.
Yeah.
And then maybe some record label executives in LA because that's the industry I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And then I just start interacting with those people, and then slowly over time, I sort of form a relationship.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people on Twitter that I don't really know that interact with me.
Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so wait. We stopped because we took a pause because these video recorders, if you guys have listened to my past podcasts, they stop at 30 minutes. So what were you saying about Twitter?
Can you make that last longer?
What lasts longer?
30 minutes?
No.
You can't?
Because for tax purposes, for the Canon, they actually file these. I think it's tax purposes. They actually file them as photography cameras. Because in order for a camera to be a video camera, it needs to go over 30 minutes.
Okay.
So those bastards just cut it.
Canon built it so that it's a photography camera.
Yeah.
Oh. So you would need a video camera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
To be past 30 minutes.
Interesting.
But people use these like
video
to make
cameras.
videos.
Got it. Okay.
But I think it's just cheaper for them. Makes sense numbers wise. Yeah.
Answers my question.
Well, so what social media apps would you say that are the best for networking if you had to pick 3?
Twitter is number 1.
I just can't.
Yep.
I can't connect with that yet.
You got to figure it out.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Then LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great professional networking app. That one's a little too formal. You're really not going to reach out to people on LinkedIn, or maybe you are, but I've never done that. For the most part, that's just about like finding out who is what and at where, and finding a job.
Yeah.
And then I would leave the third one as like a tie between Facebook, Instagram, and email. With Facebook in the lead, maybe. Or Instagram.
My world is
would be
I guess a
lot
little
higher.
bit different.
Why?
I would say email is first. Instagram is second.
Where do you get the email?
Probably their Instagram.
Okay, so the Instagram's first.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because then yeah.
Okay. But I don't use the Instagram app like if I want to
so
contact
you
them,
grab the
I'll grab the
email
email and then I'll message them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I just feel like you will get stuck in the DMs.
Okay.
So then I guess it would be Instagram, then email, then Facebook.
You got to get on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Twitter is just networking. It's not. It's like the old-fashioned version of networking. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people hiring people, a lot of people just interacting with people, and it depends on who you're following. A lot on who you're following. I would start doing that on Instagram too. Stop following people you don't really interact with or care for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm trying to do
you're
that.
over Susie from 11th grade.
Yeah.
Why are you still following her?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think that's going to be pretty much it for today, guys. Next, I want to start posting these every other week. We try to do it every week, but I think it's just kind of...
Oh, yeah, our schedules.
It's just unrealistic.
Ooh.
So 2 times a month,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Once every other week.
Twice a month.
And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Anything else to say?
That's all I got. FranklinFish.com. That's where we're at right now.
Let's go.